The feud between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez has been shocking everyone. It all started with an incident back in 2020, and since then, this case has been the talk of social media and the courtroom alike. Megan accused Tory of shooting her. But did Tory Lanez really do it? Or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Today, we're diving deep into the heart of this controversy, looking at what really happened, and examining the defense of Tory Lanez. Did the public get it wrong and judge him too harshly? This video is crucial because we're uncovering the facts that have been ignored. Was Tory Lanez actually guilty, or was it all just a massive misunderstanding? So stay tuned, because in this video, we'll reveal the truth no one else has seen. The conflict between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez has been one of the most talked about feuds in recent years. Not only in the world of hip-hop, but across the global entertainment landscape. Megan accused Tory of shooting her in 2020, which led to a lengthy legal battle that culminated in Tory being convicted. However, was Tory Lanez truly guilty, or is there more to the story that the public isn't hearing? In this detailed examination, we'll dive into the untold truths behind the incident, debunk common misconceptions, and explore why Tory Lanez may not be the villain everyone believes him to be. It all started in the summer of 2020, when Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez were involved in an altercation that would spark a controversial and ongoing public dispute. According to Megan, Tory shot her after an argument in the car. Megan, who initially didn't reveal all the details, eventually stated that Tory shot her in both feet, which resulted in hospital treatment. Tory, on the other hand, consistently denied these allegations, claiming that he did not shoot Megan and that there was another factor at play during that fateful night. In an attempt to clear his name, Tory maintained that he had no intention to harm Megan, and the incident was a result of an altercation that escalated in ways no one could have anticipated. But what if the truth isn't as clear as it appears? Megan's accusations led to widespread media coverage, which heavily impacted Tory Lanez's career. The rapper was painted as a villain by many in the public, with Megan receiving widespread support from fans and the media. Her fans, as well as many in the industry, rallied behind her, demanding justice for what they believed to be a brutal attack by a fellow artist. However, it's important to ask, was the media too quick to rush to judgment? In the court of public opinion, it often seems that the celebrity's reputation becomes a casualty of quick and biased assumptions. The same thing happened here. People jump to conclusions without knowing all the facts. While Megan's accusations have been highly publicized, there are several aspects of the case that have often been left out of the conversation. Tory's legal team has argued from the very beginning that Megan's story was incomplete and that key details were missing or misrepresented. For instance, Tory Lanez claims that Megan was intoxicated, and her version of the events might have been influenced by alcohol or emotions. Tory supporters have also pointed to a lack of clear evidence to support Megan's claims. In fact, there have been moments where the evidence in the case wasn't as solid as it appeared. Why hasn't Megan been more transparent with her story? Why was it only after much public pressure that she revealed more details about the shooting? These are some of the questions that Tory's defenders argue have not been adequately addressed. After a long trial, Tory Lanez was convicted of assault with a firearm. While the legal outcome was seen as a victory for Megan and those who supported her, the question still lingers: was justice truly served? Or was this a case of a celebrity being thrown to the wolves without a fair trial? Tory's team has maintained that the verdict was not the result of a fair trial. There have been allegations of misleading evidence, witness testimonies that didn't hold up, and claims that the prosecution's case was based on incomplete facts. The ongoing debate over whether Tory Lanez is guilty or innocent has led to polarized opinions. Many of Megan's fans believe she is a victim and that Tory's actions were unforgivable. However, there is also a significant portion of the public that believes Tory's side of the story hasn't been fully heard and that the situation may not be as simple as it appears. Megan, despite being praised as a strong, independent woman standing up for herself, has also faced questions about her own actions that night. Why didn't she come forward with the full truth from the start? Was she trying to protect herself, or was there something more she didn't want the public to know? These are the questions that Tory supporters continue to ask. To say that Tory Lanez is guilty without question would be a mistake. There are too many layers to the case that remain unexplained. Was Megan's version of the events the complete truth, or is there something more to the story that hasn't been fully addressed? The real question here isn't about who is right or wrong. It's about understanding the nuances of human conflict, the flaws in the judicial system, and how social media and public opinion can sometimes skew justice. Tory Lanez, like anyone else, deserves to have his side of the story heard without the weight of public condemnation clouding the facts. Even though Tory Lanez is behind bars, his legal team continues to fight for his innocence, filing appeals and gathering more evidence to prove that he should not have been convicted. The coming months will be crucial in determining whether the court of public opinion is right, or if a deeper investigation will reveal that justice was not truly served. The Meghan versus Tory Lanez controversy is far from over, and as the legal process continues, more details will likely come to light. The case raises important questions about how the public perceives celebrities, how accusations can destroy careers, and the importance of having all the facts before jumping to conclusions. Tory Lanez, though convicted, has a long way to go in clearing his name. Meanwhile, Megan Thee Stallion has continued to champion the cause of victimhood, but the truth of what happened that night still remains murky. In the end, both individuals are victims of a system that sometimes does more harm than good, and their story will continue to resonate with fans and the public alike for years to come. The ultimate truth remains hidden, but the drama, the confusion, and the unanswered questions are sure to continue for a long time. From the very beginning, Tory Lanez has denied all the allegations made against him. Tory's legal team and supporters have claimed that Meghan's version of events doesn't add up, and that there is more to the story than she lets on. Tory has always maintained that he did not shoot Meghan, and that the shooting was a result of an altercation that escalated out of control. In an Instagram live video, Tory suggested that Meghan's injuries weren't as severe as the media made them out to be, and he implied that the situation was exaggerated. He also denied any intent to harm her, suggesting that the incident was a result of confusion and emotional stress. Tory Lanez's fans have continued to support him, citing the lack of clear evidence in the case. They argue that Meghan's testimony alone wasn't enough to convict him, and the prosecution failed to present a strong case. Tory's team has pointed out that there were inconsistencies in Meghan's statements, and they claim that Meghan's own actions on that night may have contributed to the events that unfolded. Megan Thee Stallion has been very vocal about her experience, and her supporters have rallied behind her. The rap community, along with fans, have strongly supported her, calling for justice and standing up for victims of violence. Meghan has used her platform to raise awareness about the dangers of abuse, violence against women, and the need to believe and support women who speak out. However, there have been some questions raised about Meghan's own actions that night. Some critics have pointed out that she was in a compromising situation, and that she could have made different choices to avoid the escalation of violence. There are also doubts about why Meghan didn't name Tory as the shooter immediately, and whether her testimony has been fully transparent. Despite his conviction, the question remains, was Tory Lanez really guilty? The evidence against him was primarily based on Meghan's testimony, and many believe there are still unanswered questions. While the legal system has spoken, public opinion continues to be divided. Tory Lanez's defense team insists that he is innocent, and he is currently appealing the verdict. There is still a lot of people who believe that he was wrongfully convicted.